Good day, my schoolers. Welcome to my school channel. My name is Alexandra. In today's video, we'll be looking at sentence classification, and under sentence classification, we'll be looking at structural types and functional types. Please stay with us, do not go anywhere, and we'll be right back. So welcome back to my school channel. So right now we'll begin the lesson, and today's topic is sentence classification. I've outlined 4 objectives for today's lesson, and number 1, we'll be looking at the structural types or the structural sentence classification, and number 2, we'll look at the features and examples of each structural type. Then number 3, we'll look at the functional types or the functional sentence classification, and lastly we'll look at the features and examples of each functional types. So in this section, we'll begin with structural types. So that is number 1 objective. Now, before we proceed, in the previous video, we looked at the grammatical hierarchy, and we observed that the sentence occupies the highest position on the ranking scale of the grammatical hierarchy, with morpheme the lowest and number 1, word as number 2, and number 3 is phrase, number 4 is clause, and number 5 sentence. So it progresses from morpheme and it ends with a sentence on the grammatical hierarchy. But furthermore, we can have discourse where we have text, a combination of sentence making text, or combination of sentence making our speech or our spoken expressions. Okay, so let's begin with structural types. Please, if you do not have knowledge about morpheme, words, phrases, clauses, please go to the link in the description below and get the videos on these topics, because it will help you understand this particular topic. So now let's proceed with the structural type. Now, in structural type, there are 4 basic types of structural classification of sentences. Number 1, we have the simple sentence. Number 2, we have the compound sentence. Number 3, we have the complex sentence. And number 4, we have the compound complex sentence. So these are structural types. Now let's go over to the visual and look at them in writing. So these are the structural classification. Okay, they are structural types. Number 1, like I said, simple sentence. Number 2, complex sentence. Number 3, compound sentence. And number 4, compound complex sentence. So you can see the way it is written. You can see compound sentence the way it is written. Okay, so now let's begin with the first type. We'll be looking at the features of simple sentence and as well as examples of simple sentences. Here we have the simple sentence. Now, what do you need to know about simple sentence, or what are the features of simple sentence? A simple sentence is one which has one main clause. It has one main clause. It is as simple as that. It has one main clause. So sometimes a main clause is used interchangeably with a simple sentence. So what is a main clause? We've discussed this in the previous video. A main clause have a subject-verb combination or a subject-verb relationship, and it makes sense. Okay, so this is a simple sentence. Now let's take a look at the examples provided. He made her happy. Okay, so we see the subject he and made the verb. The rest here is the predicate. We have the object and we have the complement, object complement. Okay, so we can see the subject-verb relationship, and then it makes a complete sense. You and I made her happy. So we can see you and I serving as the subject. Now there's a misconception about the use of hand in simple sentence. It's assumed to be 2 different sentences, as in you made her happy and I made her happy. Okay, it is logical to reason that way, but then this is an expression, this is one expression, and you have you and I as the subject of this expression. So this is the subject, you and I, which is a compound subject, and made is the verb. So you can see a subject-verb relationship in the sentence, and it makes sense. Number 3, he made her happy and whole. So you can see a subject and a verb, subject-verb relationship. It makes sense. But here you have happy and whole. Happy and whole here is a compound complement. Okay, happy and whole is a compound complement, and so this is one expression. This is a subject and a verb combination. Okay, now the next example, the man in the car. The man in the car is the subject of the sentence. Another misconception about simple sentence is usually not long. And you can see this is a very long sentence. You have the last 3 sentences are long. So people think it should be short, it shouldn't be long and all of that. But here you have the man in the car. This is the subject. Made, this is the verb. This is a subject-verb combination, a subject-verb relationship, and so it is a simple sentence. You can see this one telling us more about the man. So this is a phrase here in the subject. So you have the man as a phrase, in the car as another phrase, from serving as the adjectival phrase, telling us more about the man. The man in the car, not the man standing or not the man on black trousers or so. So this is the man in the car. This is the subject and this is the verb. So the next sentence you have you and I, which is another compound sentence, can hang out and play. So you can see a compound predicate here, hang out and play. Play what? Games every day. Now this is also a simple expression, a simple sentence, because you have a subject and a verb relationship. The last one is the hardworking farmer, which is the subject, reaped, which is the verb. So you can see the subject and verb relationship. So all of these are simple sentences. So let's take a look at the next structural type, which is the compound sentence. Now, what do you need to know about a compound sentence? Number one feature you need to know is a compound sentence is made up of 2 main clauses. So you have 2 main clauses in a compound sentence. So you observe 2 subjects, 2 verb. Okay, a subject and a verb showing a relationship, another subject and verb showing relationship. Okay, so another thing you need to know is the 2 main clauses can be joined by, so these 2 main clauses are joined by something, coordinating conjunction or a semicolon. Now this is what a semicolon looks like. You have a full stop up and then a comma down. So this is how it looks like, a semicolon. So it is joined by either a coordinating conjunction or a semicolon. Now, what are coordinating conjunction? Okay, the acronym for common coordinating conjunction is fanboys. Fanboys, and you have 4. F stands for for, A stands for and, N stands for no, B stands for but, O stands for or, Y stands for yet, and S stands for so. So this is the acronym, and it will help you remember the coordinating conjunction. Coordinating conjunctions are preceded by a comma. Now, when it is used in a compound sentence, okay, we can see the use of and in the simple sentence. But here in a compound sentence, when it is used, it is preceded by a comma. And that's the difference between simple sentence and compound sentences. Now, let's take a look at the examples provided. Number 1, the boy won the game, but he was not given the prize. So you can see a subject-verb relationship or combination, another subject-verb combination, and you can see the use of but here. This is a coordinating conjunction, and you can see a comma preceding it. Okay, so this is a compound sentence. Number 2, the food was badly cooked, yet the starving boy ate it. So you can see a comma preceding the coordinating conjunction, and you can see that this is a subject-verb combination, another subject-verb combination. Okay, number 3, the farmer worked very hard, and he reaped a bumper harvest. So you can see the difference between this sentence structure and the one in the simple sentence. Okay, so the farmer worked, this is a subject-verb combination. You can see a comma here, and he reaped, another subject-verb combination. So these are 2 clauses in an expression. So this is a compound sentence. We also said that we can also use a semicolon in place of a coordinating conjunction. So you can either use a coordinating conjunction or a semicolon. So number 4, here's an example. He worked hard, a semicolon, he passed his exam. So okay, this is a compound sentence, and we've not used the coordinating conjunction. But here we are using the coordinating conjunction. He worked hard, and he passed his exam. I tried, it was late. I tried, but it was late. Okay, so these are examples of compound sentences. So we'll be looking at other structural types of sentence classification in a special video package. All you need to do is you click on the link in the description below. It takes you to the My School website. There you'll be asked to subscribe. Please go ahead and subscribe so you can enjoy the rest of today's objectives. Thank you for joining us. Do not forget to hit the like button, click on the subscribe button, and then lastly tap on the bell notification to get informed as soon as we release the next videos.